Hello everyone and welcome to the third video of chapter number 2. So today in this video we will learn about the second method to collect the primary data that comes under topic number 3, that is information through questionnaires and schedules. So let's begin. Information through questionnaires and schedules. So before moving further, please understand that what are questionnaires or what is a questionnaire. A questionnaire is a set of questions prepared by the investigator. The investigator, they prepared the questionnaire, and this questionnaire is supposed to be filled by the respondent. In the questionnaire, the purpose of investigation is also mentioned, so that the respondent can understand before filling it that what is the reason of investigation. So now there are two ways to collect information on the basis of questionnaire. The first method is mailing method and the second method is enumerators method. So first we will understand about mailing method. What is mailing method? So under this method, questionnaires are mailed to the informants. Means the email ID of the informants are collected and then the investigator mail the questionnaire into their email IDs. So this method is also mostly suitable when the area of investigation is very wide, and also most important thing, the informant are educated. The informant should be literate enough to read the question, understand, and would be able to answer those questions in the space provided in the questionnaire that form, and would be able to return it back to the investigator. So this much knowledge and information the informant should have, and all the things are basically mentioned there in the questionnaire. Coming to the merits and demerits of it, it is very economical. Why economical? Because as we have seen, it is simply mailing the questionnaire to the respondents, so it used to save time and money, both the things, so it is economical. It is also original. Why? Because the respondent, they themselves, they are filling the questionnaires, and so it is considered to be as original. The third is wide coverage. Alright, we have already seen that it has a good merit of covering a wide area. Coming to demerits now. Lack of interest. Okay, now here you need to understand that many of the time the respondent, they are not responding to the questions. They are not sending back after filling the questionnaire. They are not sending back the things to the investigator. They may be doing many delays also there. So these are like the lack of interest from the side of the respondent. Next demerit is lack of flexibility. As we know that the question are fixed and that has to be understood by the respondent. If the respondent, they are unable to understand the question, definitely they will lose interest in filling the things, and we can also not change the question and make the question easy for them at that moment. So it has lack of flexibility. Limited use. It has limited use because these things can be done for limited use. It has limited use also, we can say, because it is just for the educated informants, for the literate informants, so it has limited use. There is biasness, and who is becoming biased here? It is the respondent who are supposed to be biased at some time. So this comes under one of the demerit of it. The last demerit is less accuracy. Less accuracy is there, as we have seen that some question might be difficult, or so the proper answer is not given by the respondent, so it lacked accuracy. Now coming to enumerators method. Enumerators method. So first you please understand who are enumerator. Enumerator is a person who actually collect the data, and they are appointed by the investigators. The enumerator, they approach, they go and visit the respondent with the questionnaire. Okay, and then they are asking the questions which are there in the questionnaire, and then enumerator, they themselves fill the questions there, they put the questions before the respondent, collect the answer from them, and note down those answers in the questionnaire in the form of schedules. They know which question is to be put first and which question is to be asked later. They are well trained, and they are also trained about how to fetch a good answer from the respondent, how to fetch accurate information from the respondent using his intelligence. So the one after another question is being put by the enumerator in the form of scheduling it. So now let's come to enumerator method. After understanding about enumerator, under this method, enumerator himself fill the schedules after seeking information from the informants. So schedules is the sequence of the question, basically which question has to be asked first and which has to be asked later. This method is suitable when again the field of investigation is large. Also, when the investigation require or need specialized and skilled investigation. Also, the investigator must have the knowledge of local language and cultural norms of the informants, so that if the respondent or the informant, though they find difficulty in understanding the question, they're in English or they're in Hindi, then they can use local languages also to make them understand and intelligently have the answers from them. Coming to merits and demerits now. Coming to merits, we have already covered this one, that it has a wide coverage. It has accuracy because the enumerator used to have a good using his technique and skill, he is fetching a good answer from the informant. There is a personal contact between the enumerator and the respondent. There is no impartiality shown because whatever answer is being given by the respondent, that is supposed to be mentioned or written there in the questionnaire. And there is also one good merit, that is completeness. The complete filling up of the questionnaire is done under the enumerator's method. Coming to demerit, it is expensive. Why? Because there is like personal contact. The enumerator have to visit to each of the places and have to collect the information. The next is availability of enumerator. Okay, so we in this method actually trained enumerator is required. So every time we don't find a good and trained enumerators available, so this comes under one of the demerit. Time consuming, definitely, because the enumerator have to attend each of the respondent. It is not suitable for private investigation. Generally, it is done under government investigation. And it is partial. It can be partial in the field of, or the part that sometimes the enumerator shows the biasness, can be biased. So there will be like that information won't be much accurate. So this was all about enumerator's method. Now coming to important points to be kept in mind while drafting the questionnaire, which will make the questionnaire a good questionnaire. So these are the few qualities that we will be just going through one by one, and which will make a questionnaire a good one. So first is introduction and purpose of investigation. That has to be mentioned there in the questionnaire. Then reasonable number of questions should be there in the questionnaire. Questions should be clear, small and clear. Then questions should be arranged logically. Instructions should be clear there in the questionnaire. Then proper space should be provided there to write down the answer. Then questions should be relevant to the investigation. Means no other question which is like not relevant, that should be avoided. Personal questions should be avoided strictly. And the avoid questions of calculation, means no calculation or type of question should be there. Then it will be like cross verification types of things should be avoided. The question should not be ambiguous, means the statement which is not clear, that should be avoided. Then the question should not use double negative like don't you. So this type of question should be avoided. And lastly, a request should be made to the respondent to return the questionnaire after filling the answers back to the investigator. So all these things should be kept in mind while making a questionnaire. Then definitely the questionnaire will be a good questionnaire. Types of questions. Now which type of question should be there in the questionnaire? Just have a look. It is like simple alternative questions like yes or no, or which have the answer as good or bad, right or wrong. So such question can be there in the questionnaire like do you have a car? So the answer will be just in yes or no. The next is there multiple choice question. That is a number of possible answers are given and the respondent just have to tick mark the one which he feel as most suitable one. Okay. Also specific information question, that is in which class do you read, or what is your pocket money. So this specific answer is to be given by the informant. There can also be open questions like how unemployment can be removed. Okay, how poverty can be removed from India, so that the respondent can give their suggestion. So these are the types of question which can be there in the questionnaire. Pilot survey. So now here is one important term that you have to understand, that is pilot survey. So what is pilot survey? Please understand carefully now. It is that before sending the questionnaire to the informant, it should be pre-tested. As a result of its shortcoming, if any, can be removed. Such pre-testing named as pilot survey. So have you understood that it is a sort of pre-testing it, because we are going to conduct this investigation on a large scale. So before sending the questionnaire to large number of people, we will just select 10 people from the population and we will ask them to fill the questionnaire. As they will start filling the questionnaire, definitely they will be coming with the problems there, or some difficulties, some doubts. So these doubts and difficulties and shortcomings can be removed before sending the questionnaire to a large section of to a large number of population, to all the people. So it is a form of pre-testing which is done before conducting the final investigation. So that is called as pilot survey. A pilot survey is a preliminary survey used to gather information prior to conducting a survey on a large scale. Pilot surveys, typically taken by a smaller group, help determine the efficiency of the future survey, while also helping organizations smooth out difficulties before administering the main survey. So I hope you have understood what is pilot survey. Telephonic interview. So this is the last method of personal interview, and from the name itself it is very much clear that which type of interview it is. It is the interview which is taken over the telephone from the respondent. So under this method, investigator seeks the desired information from the respondents over the telephone. Moving to the merits now. Originality. Yes, it has originality because the information is directly given by the respondent over the telephone. It will also be accurate because the respondent clearly understands the things and answer over there. And it is reliable because it is like the respondent who themselves they are answering the things, and it is also considered to be economical because it is saving our time also, money also. We will be just calling the respondent and fetching all the information from them. Coming to the demerits now, it is first one is personal bias. Personal bias, the investigator can be sometimes as personal bias, or can like not conduct the personal interview, or the interview must not be taken over the telephone in a proper way. It also had limited access to those people who don't have telephone. So it is like we can't conduct this interview with them. So under this condition, there is limited access. So this is all about all the methods we have discussed of the personal interview, and with the help of this video, kindly complete your notes. Thank you.